That's okay. Groups are working hard and what kind of efforts those mean. We learn why you're here. A lot of the times it's you got attracted to the product, but you're staying for something else. We learned a lot about that. It was really valuable. So your information is going to be huge for us down the road. We've only been kind of digging into this information for about 3 weeks. We got a lot to learn, and we're going to get better. But for your participation, I want to thank you right now for that. So let's talk a little bit about some of the execution. We have started a series of videos. Maybe you've seen some of these on social media already, called Find Your Zeal. You saw one a little while ago with somebody making a pizza. The goal of Find Your Zeal is simply to put zeal in front of people in their everyday life. We've got at least 11 more scheduled. I don't see them stopping. The goal is to do 3 or 4 of these a month. And what's going to happen is as you share these with your friends and your family on Facebook and all these other platforms that we're going to put out there, we're going to learn what you like, because we're going to see your shares, we're going to see your likes, we're going to see how many people view them, and that's going to help guide us in the future. So when you see these and you like them, spread them around. We want more people to see what zeal does for somebody in their everyday life. We've got 2, I'm going to call them pretty significant videos. One you'll see here in a little while with when Mark McKnight comes up, and it's a zeal video. It shows zeal in a very different way. These 2 videos, we were pretty much given free rein. Some of you have already seen them and already laughing at them. They are really fun. What we learned through all this, if I said we can get in front of people that you haven't talked to yet and make them know who Zeal or Zurvita is through some Facebook advertising, would that be helpful if you talked to them and they went, I've heard of that before, would that be helpful? Okay, so what we're trying to do, this is a nationwide 6-month campaign. You may not ever see it, and that's totally fine. We're trying to get this advertising when you go talk to them for the first time. So we got a lot of those kind of efforts going on. We've got a ton of social media. Surely you've seen that the frequency of social media is stepping up recently. There's a ton of stuff out there. Probably the important thing to notice is you're not going to see it always looking the same. We want to go out with different looks, different messages, different little tweaks on what we've been doing to see what gets better response. So we're going to try some things that are going to work, we're going to try some things that don't work, but we're going to try a lot of stuff and see what happens. We're going to come at it from a business standpoint, from a product standpoint, from a lifestyle standpoint, from a community standpoint, from a belief standpoint. There's a lot of different messages we can put out there on social to help you attract more people. And you'll start to see more and more of that as we go. All right, who in here has Z-Mobile on their phone? All right. What's wrong with this side? Okay, that's better. All right. We need everybody to have it. So here's what I learned. Over the past 6 months, I've talked to lots and lots and lots of people about Z-Mobile. And what I heard was you wanted something different. It didn't do enough. You wanted more activity, you wanted more features, you wanted all sorts of things. So we went on a mission. And we researched and researched. We demoed at least a dozen competitors to what we currently have. I personally have seen at least 20. Okay? There's a lot of people out there doing a lot of things. What we found was we have a really good app in our hands right now. Most of the features that you're asking for are much easier to use. We want to get everybody, as soon as they sign up, to download the app. As we go through this, you'll see why that's important. So when you get into it, and you decide to start seeing these new videos that we're talking about in the app, okay? One thing I don't know who you're talking to. I don't know who your prospect is. I don't know what they're going to respond to. I need to give you options. We need to give you options as to what you can send to somebody. So all these videos, we're going to load them in there. You get to choose who you send them to and what you send. Okay, does that sound better than saying, here's the 3 videos. There's an entire section called shareables there in orange. That all these social media things we create, we're going to post in there, and you can just click on and share it yourself directly from your phone. You don't have to go search for them. You don't have to go figure it out. They're all going to be there. Okay? Let me warn you, right? If all you do is post zeal, 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 people are going to get tired of it. If you post business, 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 they're going to get tired of it. Post things of value. Send things to people that are a little different, a little unique, and we're going to give you all those options. At your fingertip, you click it, share it, move on. Communication. There's an entire news feed section in the new version. So we send you a ton of stuff right now. In fact, marketing spends probably 90% of their job, 90% of their time sending information. Their new consultants active, which meant they were sending out 5 communications on the product and 5 on the business to 10 people. Okay, so 5 and 5 before they did all the other stuff. They were doing something that might generate business. And that got them active. A lot of training in the app itself. So as they get going, we're going to reach out and say, hey, look, here's the first thing you need to do. So step 1 is share the business and product. Okay, that's the 5 and 5 I was talking about. Some of you are teaching 20, 25. Don't stop doing that. At the very least, do 5 and 5. Then we've got a series of getting started videos that are going to show up in the app. Okay, so what I heard over and over and over and over was that y'all are having a hard time getting people engaged and getting started. It was taking a lot of your time to teach and to train. Maybe an hour, maybe 2 hours in some cases. If they will go, through this app, we're going to push out some videos that hopefully is going to take a lot of that stress off of you and get somebody trained properly, fairly quickly. So we've got a series of videos that we're creating. Some of them are already created that are 2 minutes, 1 minute, 3 minutes. The longest one I think is 6 minutes long. We know how much you like compliance, so we spend extra time on compliance.